Walang saan si Enchantress dito? Enchantress.
For the trees. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Glad. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. The hunt is on. I'm game. Making trails. Aim dead center. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. Taste my spear. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. The hunt is on. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making
Ang dami
trails.
niyang araw agad.
For the trees. Making trails.
Dami niya agad. Dami niya agad spear level 2 pala.
Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. Taste my spear. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. The hunt is on. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Hi. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly.
Gabi,
For
may
the
ipit ako.
trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. What is nature's call? I'm game. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Are we being invaded? Gladly. For the trees. Taste my spear. Making trails.
Ipit ka.
Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. Hi. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. What is nature's call? Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
Our forces are under attack.
Hi. Is there trouble? Hi. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. What is nature's call? Is there trouble? Hi. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Are we being invaded? Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. I'm game for the trees. I'm game making trails for the trees. I'm game for the trees. The hunt is on. I'm game making trails. I'm game. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. For the trees. What is nature's call? I'm game, gladly. I'm game, making trails. Gladly, making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For
May
the
special
trees.
event.
Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly.
Jesus.
Storm, earth, and fire. Heed my call.
Oh, what I'm through.
I'm game.
The rapist.
I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game.
Lah, kita ako.
Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees.
Gago. Abot ako. Sa kabila ka. Sa kabila. Lah, dito pa rin siya. Putik. Hirap nang walang blink.
Hi.
Ito ko lang.
Gladly.
Ako sa kabila.
Making trails.
Nagagi. Abot ako.
Gladly. I'm game.
Putik.
Making trails.
Ito ka sa kabila. Kung lakat-lakat ka naman, Bruce. Yan, yan ka.
I'm game. Gladly.
Putik to, hinahunting talaga
I'm
ako.
game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly.
Punta yan
Making
sa gitna.
trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
Wag!
Making
Saka lang.
trails. Gladly. Making trails.
Kinala.
Come on, you Nancy boy.
Putik, kala ko hindi ako
What
makakaligtas.
is nature's call? Taste
Our
my
allied
spear.
town is under siege.
I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Glad.
Pumasok yung gasa eh.
Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. Making trails. The hunt is on. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. For the trees. Taste my spear. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Glad. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. The hunt is on. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Take my spear. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Are we being invaded? For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Taste my spear. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails.
May box pala sila.
Is there trouble? For the trees. Are we being invaded? Taste my spear. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees.
Special event.
The hunt is on. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Aim dead center. Gladly. The hunt is on. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Taste
YouTube
my
na lang.
spear. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
YouTube.
Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Aim dead
Ikot na
center.
naman ako.
I'm game. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. The hunt is on. For the trees. Gladly. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. The hunt is on. I'm game. For the trees. Aim dead center.
Ano?
Taste my spear. Hi. Gladly. Making trails. The hunt is on. Gladly. Making trails.
Castle.
For the trees. Aim dead center. I'm game.
Putik yan.
Making trails. The hunt is on. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails.
Gusto yung mga kanya.
Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game.
Special event.
Gladly. For the trees. Making trades. Taste my spear. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trades. I'm game. Gladly. I'm
Apple.
game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. The hunt is on. Making trades. I'm game. Making trades. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trades. I'm game. For the trees. The hunt is on. Gladly. Making trades.
Next week.
For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Aim dead center. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly.
Makakiyos na eh.
For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game.
Oy!
The hunt is on.
Mga grant pala.
Gladly.
Oy!
Aim dead center. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. The hunt is on. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game.
Special event. Yun. Salamat.
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
For the trees. The great outdoors.
Okay lang, naka 1 million naman na ako. Pala bumili ako ng lifesteal. Kala ko kaya na. Yung nagre-regen naman pala yung kaso.
What is nature's call?
Yung nag-80 wave kits.
Are we being invaded?
Wala, ito patay ito.
What is nature's call? The hunt is on.
Patay. Daya, nag-heal. Nag-heal ka.
Making trails.
Ay,
Gladly.
nice one.
Are we being invaded? I'm game. Gladly.
Kulang pa ako nung ring.
Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees.
Re-regen naman pala to.
Hi.
Regen ka muna dyan.
Gladly. Making trails.
2,000 kills yata yun.
For the trees.
Superiority.
Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. What is nature's call? I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Hi. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. What
Yun.
is nature's call?
Superiority.
Hi. For the trees. Taste my spear. Gladly. Is there trouble?
Holy endurance, command, tsaka devotion.
Hi! I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. The hunt is on.
Saglitan lang. Push.
For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails.
Busin ko na lang muna yung wave
Gladly.
bago ko pasukin to.
What is nature's call? Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Taste my spear. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Taste my spear. Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. 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 Aim dead center. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Hi. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game.
Level na pala.
Gladly. I'm game. The hunt is on. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Aim dead center. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. What is nature's call? Gladly. Taste my spear.
Our forces are under attack.
Making trails. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Is there trouble? Gladly. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. I'm game. Aim dead center. Hi. Making trails. Gladly. What is nature's call? Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Taste my spear.
Our forces are under attack.
Hi. What is nature's call? I'm game.
Hindi
Make
Our
lalabas yun.
forces are under attack.
For the trees. I'm game.
Hindi na lang.
Are we being invaded?
Ay,
Making
pag
trails.
atakihin niya rin.
For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm
Muna
game.
ako hanggang sa mag-10k yung
Making
stats.
trails.
A few moments later.
Making trails. Taste my spear. I'm game.
May
The
mahal.
hunt is on. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Taste my spear. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game.
Final wave.
Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. trails.
Pahinga lupi.
Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees.
Dami, dami.
Making trails. For the trees. Taste my spear.
Si Miura din. Help me.
I'll play your game, you rogue.
The hunt is on. Glad. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. For the trees. Making trails. Glad.
Si
The
Miura
hunt
din.
is on. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Making trails.
Gago, wag yan.
Gladly. Taste my spear. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Is there trouble?
Saan na yung mga boss?
For the trees. I'm game.
Sumugod din.
Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game.
Save muna. Lah! Bawal na i-save.
Making trails. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For Calendor! For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game.
Spirit Beast. Ito muna tayo.
Are we being invaded? The hunt is on. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. What is nature's call? For the trees. For Palador!
Sa. Tumatama yung stun kahit may spell immunity.
Is there trouble?
Ay.
I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Hi.
Lurk. Pet Lord.
For Palador!
Ano na natin buhay?
Is there trouble?
Mabawas na ito. 40 din.
For Palador! Is there trouble?
Bumawas eh. 60k. Ayan na pala. 40k yung bawas.
Are we being invaded? Is there trouble?
Patay na ako.
Taste my spear.
Ang kaya nung
The
life
hunt
steal.
is on. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. Aim
Sabi
dead
na
center.
bumabanat sa akin. Sobrang Sobrang lakas naman eh ito. Hindi naman ito ganito kalakas dati.
Taste my spear. Aim dead center.
Oh, mantikan pa.
Taste my spear.
Look. Uy, pa pala eh.
The hunt is on.
Patay ka rin.
Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Hi. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly.
Yan.
I'm game. Making trails.
Ito lang din yung mga na-ex kanina.
Gladly. The hunt is on. I'm game. For the trees. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. The hunt is on.
Ganit.
Taste my spear. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. For Kalimdor! Taste my spear! Gladly. The hunt is on. For Kalimdor! Aim dead center. Making sure. For Kalimdor! For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game.
Yun ba yung sunod? Si ano? Si Illidan.
Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on.
Ito palo siya.
What is nature's call? Aim dead center. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly.
Si
I'm
Balanar.
game.
Balanar, tas huli si Kung.
I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. For Kalimdor! The hunt is on. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Is there trouble? For Kalimdor!
Protect Divine Shield na naman.
Making trails.
Kasi Arthas pala sa loob na ito. Tapos yung bin-elementa. Huwag ka sumataw. Patay.
Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees.
Tutusin.
I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
$13K na yung stocks ko. Tumalo.
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game.
Si
Gladly.
Artas.
I'm game.
Si Artas.
For the trees.
Oh,
Gladly.
Ano pa yata ako mamatay dito? Nalitro ko pa siya.
Hi. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails.
Unat!
For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Taste my spear.
Putik na Divine Shield dyan.
I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trails.
Tek. 13K na yung stats ko, di pa rin kaya.
I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the
Mamatay ako.
trees.
Di kaya ng lifesteal.
Are we being invaded?
Patay. Patay.
Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For California.
Hindi ka mamatay. Putik nag-heal pa. Patay. Salamat. Ito na yung Bane.
What is nature's call?
Nah,
Are we being invaded?
Bane Elementa.
Hi!
Ninet ako na ito mga. Net.
Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? For the trees. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. The hunt is on.
Grabe, matalo.
Take my spear. Glad. Aim dead center. Making trade. Glad. Making trade. Glad. What is nature's call? Making trades. Gladly. Is there trouble? Making trades. Gladly. For the trees. Hi! Taste my spear. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Glad. Making trade. For the trees. Making trade. I'm game.
Ba't ba?
Is there trouble? Making trades. For the trees. Making trades. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Glad. Aim dead center. Making
Pina-blacklist pala.
Are we being invaded? The hunt is on. Taste my spear.
Ay,
Glad. Making trades. I'm game.
malakas si Artas dito. pa nakakulay. Papatayin. Konti na lang.
For the tree.
Tapos.
Making trades.
Ang laban.
I'm game.